Question number 1. With reference to the G20 Summit 2025, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The theme of this year's G20 has been building a just world and sustainable planet. 2. The African Union had become a member of the G20 during India's presidency of the summit held in New Delhi in 2021. Statement 3. This year's summit will be the fourth consecutive G20 summit being held in the Global South. So the correct answer for this question is 3. That is only statement 3 is correct. The statement 1 and statement 2 is incorrect because theme theme of the G20 summit this year, that is 2025, is incorrect. We will see later which is the theme. And statement 2 is also incorrect because G20 summit in India was held in 2023, not in 2021. So this statement is this year is incorrect, but this is correct because the African Union was included in G20 during India's presidency of the summit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarked the three-day visit to South Africa to attend G20th G20 summit. In India, 18th G20 summit was held, in which African Union was added. Currently, the president of South Africa is Cyril Ramaphosa, and the theme of this year's G20 is solidarity, equality, and sustainability. What is G20? We will see about G20. It was founded in 1999 after Asian financial crisis. Its member is 19 countries and two organizations, that is European Union and African Union. And African Union was added in 2023. Purpose of this G20 is to bring together industrialized and developing economies to discuss issues like finance, trade and health, climate change and sustainable development. Key functions of the G20 is economic stability, global development, health and security, trade and innovation. Why the G20 matters? Because it represents around 85% of global GDP. That is, these 19 countries and European Union, African Union combined GDP is around 85%, and 2/3 of the world's population, that is 66% of the world population. Question number 2. Curacao, an island nation, became the smallest ever nation to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The island is located in option A, Mexico, option B, Gulf of Mexico, option B, Tyrrhenian Sea, option C, North Sea, option D, Southern Caribbean Sea. So the correct answer for this question is D, that is Southern Caribbean Sea. This country is north of South America, South America, near Venezuela. We will see in this. Curacao is an island nation and is an autonomous republic within the Kingdom of Netherlands. And about FIFA World Cup, this is Curacao, north of South America. Question number 3. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. It is a 4.5 generation fighter aircraft designed and built by India's HAL. Statement 2. The fighter jet is capable of handling offensive air support, close combat and ground attack mission while also capable of performing ground and maritime operations. Statement 3. It has single-seat fighter variant for the Air Force and Navy besides a twin-seat trainer version for each service. So the correct answer for this question is B. Tejas. And Indian Air Force Tejas fighter jet crashed during Dubai Air Show, killing its fighter pilot. About Tejas. Tejas is 4.5 generation fighter aircraft designed and built by India's HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. The fighter jet is capable of handling offensive air support, close combat, and ground attack missions. It has single-seat fighter variant for the Air Force and Navy besides its twin-seat trainer version for each services. Question number 4. Which of the following central paramilitary forces has been designated as the new safety regulator for about 250 facilities across all minor and major Indian seaports along the country's maritime borders? So the correct answer for this question is A. Central Industrial Security Forces CISF, and Center has designated CISF as a new safety regulator for about 250 facilities across minor and major Indian seaports, said CIPF Inspector General Ajay Dahiya. CISF comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs, Union Home Ministry, and CIPF will handle core security functions such as counter-terrorism and anti-sabotage operations at all EXIM export-import ports. Question number 5. Consider the following statements about the Asiatic black bear. Statement 1. They inhabit forests at heights ranging from 1200 meters to 3300 meters. 2. Asiatic black bear is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. 3. The movements of the bear are influenced by the changes in quality, quantity, and distribution of food. So the correct answer for this question is C. That is, all of the three statements are correct. Asiatic black bear is listed in vulnerable category of IUCN Red List. Its its habitats is around 1200 to 3300 meters, and its movement is influenced by changes in quality, quantity, and distribution of food. Asiatic black bear found in Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and northeastern states is in IUCN Red List. This is Asiatic black bear. Question number 6. The Sangai festival, which takes its name from the Sangai, the rare brow antler deer, is celebrated in option A Nagaland, B Mizoram, C Tripura, D Manipur. So the correct answer for this is D. Sangai festival is celebrated in Manipur. This deer is found near the Manipur Lokatak Lake in Kibu Lamjao National Park, which is world's only floating national park formed from Fumdi. And this Sangai deer is also known as dancing deer. Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla inaugurated the Sangai festival. The Sangai festival is great celebration of Manipur's diverse tradition and culture. And since its inception in 2010, Sangai festival has grown to be spectacular. That is, festival is and it is 10-day festival that immerses visitor. It is a 10-day festival. Question number 7. The Indian Space Research Organization has developed cryogenic engine 20 powers the upper stage of LVM-3. The CE-20 refers to A cryogenic rocket engine, B a solid fuel booster stage used in PSLV mission, C an electric propulsion system for low orbit Earth orbit satellites, D a reusable engine design for the reusable launch vehicle technology demonstrator. So the correct answer for this question is A. CE means cryogenic engine 20, a cryogenic engine rocket used in LVM-3 launch vehicle Mark III. ISRO has successfully performed the boost trap mode start test on cryogenic engine CE-20. This is LVM-3 is a three-stage launch vehicle and carrying up to 204 tons of solid propellant. Question number 8. Which of the following countries are members of the Colombo Security Conclave? So, Colombo Security Conclave is a grouping of nations in Indian Ocean. So, we will eliminate the option 6. Fiji is not in the Indian Ocean, it is in the Pacific Ocean. Seychelles is in the Indian Ocean. Myanmar is not the member. Bangladesh is observer member. India, Maldives, Bangladesh, and Seychelles. 1, 2, 3, 5. D. That is option D is correct. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval discussed with his counterparts from Maldives, Mauritius, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Seychelles, and Malaysia. 7th NSA level meeting of Colombo Security Conclave was held in New Delhi. Myanmar and Fiji are not the member of Colombo Security Conclave. Welcomed the decision of Republic to accede the full member. I mean, Seychelles has been granted full member of Colombo Security Conclave. What is Colombo Security Conclave? Founded in 2011, a trilateral security framework between India, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. Expansion Mauritius joined later. Bangla and Seychelles has become members. Malaysia has participated as guest. Objective of this conclave is to promote closer cooperation on regional security and address transnational threats. Secretariat established in Colombo, Sri Lanka to coordinate activities. Pandun document signed in Sri Lanka in August 2024 formalizing the grouping. Question number 9. With reference to Article 200 of the Constitution of India, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It outlines the process for the governor to give assent to bill passed by the state legislature. 2. The Supreme Court ruled that there is no option to withhold assent simpliciter. The governor cannot simply refuse to sign bill and keep it pending. If they withhold assent, they must return the bill to the House. So correct answer for this question is C. That is both the statement are correct. Article 200 talks about the power of governor regarding the bill passed in a state legislature, and Supreme Court have ruled the withhold assent simpliciter of the governor cannot simply refuse to sign a bill and keep it pending. And question number 10. With reference to the interstellar object, consider the following statements. Statement 1. These are celestial bodies that originate outside the solar system. 2. These objects are gravitationally bound to a star. 3. The trajectory of interstellar objects moves in open-ended hyperbolic orbit. So the correct answer for this question is B. That is statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 and statement 3 is correct. The NASA released image of comet 31 Atlas as an interstellar object that astronomers have determined is billions of years old. What is interstellar objects? These are celestial bodies. Interstellar objects are celestial bodies that originate outside the solar system, travel through it. Not gravitationally, these objects are not gravitationally bound to a star, and they can come from other solar system and be thrown into interstellar space. The area between the stars, the area between the this is the sun and this is another star. So if we think this is the area of sun and this is the area of another star, if this object is thrown into this area, interstellar object is thrown in this area, that's why it's called the interstellar object and not bound to any of the star. Question number 11. The government of India recently implemented the 4 labor codes pending since 2020. In this reference, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Labor is a union list subject and hence central level implementation of the 4 codes was essential despite prior efforts by the states. 2. Gig and platform workers are legally defined for the first time. 3. The codes excluded fixed term employment to give a boost to contractual and startup culture. So the correct answer for this question is 1 and 2. Statement 3 is incorrect. Code does not exclude term employment to give boost to the contractual and startup culture. Labor is in a concurrent list of the 7th schedule of the Constitution, and 4 labor codes have been enacted. The Code of Wages 2019, Code on Social Security 2020, and Occupational Safety, Health and Working Condition Code 2020. The code have described the gig and platform workers, contractual workers, women workers, migrant workers, sector specific divisions. Question number 12. Recently, the Supreme Court of India struck down its Vanashakti judgment. This judgment was related to Statement A. It prohibited the diversion of notified forest land for linear projects such as roads and transmission lines. B. It stayed the grant of post-fact environmental clearance. C. It mandated compulsory relocation of villages situated inside critical tiger habitats. D. It suspended all new approval for mining activities within elephant reserve landscape. So the correct answer for this question is B. It stayed the grant of post facto environmental clearances. Chief Justice P.R. Gavai and K. Chandran held that May ruling, known as Vanashakti judgment, was in curiam or delivered in ignorance of binding law. Justice Ujjwal Bhuyan dissented, saying that the May decision reflected the correct position of under environmental law. So, question number 13. Birsa 101 recently seen in the news is related to A. A low Earth orbit satellite named after tribal leader Birsa Munda. B. A newly developed unique agriculture seed variety by Birsa Munda Agricultural University. C. An indigenous CRISPR-based gene therapy for sickle cell disease. D. A mobile app for tribal welfare and health awareness across Jharkhand and Odisha. The correct answer for this question is C. Birsa 101 is a CRISPR technique for the therapy of sickle cell disease. And gene editing tool developed by researcher of CSIR Institute of Genomics. Question number 14. Recently, a National Aeronautics and Space NASA telescope in Earth's orbit has been gradually descending To mitigate this risk and prolong the mission, NASA has enlisted a startup to carry out a rescue effort. In this context, which of the following statement is true? 1. The startup is building a spacecraft called Link, which is intended to reposition the telescope into a more stable orbit. 2. The Neil Gehrels Swift Observatory, often referred as simply as Swift, currently descending from the orbit due to atmospheric drag and lacks an onboard propulsion system to correct it. Correct answer for this question is C, that is both the statements are correct. And NASA telescope in Earth orbit is gradually descending, facing about 90% likelihood of uncontrolled re-entry by late 2026. The Swift Observatory was launched in 2004 to study gamma ray bursts, some of the most powerful explosions in known universe. As Swift descends, the increasing atmospheric resistance raises the risk of re-entry, while Swift would likely disintegrate during re-entry and pose no threat to people or property on Earth. Question number 15. Ousted former Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was recently sentenced to death by the International Crime Tribunal Bangladesh. Why was it originally established? A. To serve as a special political court for prosecuting current or former Bangladeshi political leaders. B. To try foreign war criminals from neighboring countries for crimes committed in recent protests. C. To prosecute suspects for the genocide committed by the Pakistan Army and their local collaborators during Bangladesh Liberation War. D. None of the above. Correct answer is C, that is statement C is correct. The tribunal was created to prosecute the suspect for genocide committed by the Pakistan Army and their local collaborator during the Bangladesh Liberation War. ICT was established to prosecute suspect for genocide by the Pakistan Army and their local collaborators, known as Rajakars, during Bangladesh Liberation War in 1971. The ICT International Crime Tribunal was established by Sheikh Hasina government in 2010, fulfilling her party promise.